Spending nights stuck in street life, looking for the big city and the spotlights. And I'm on my grind, mind on my money, and my money on my mind. And it's all for the fame, cause we all want a name. How far would you go? How far would you go?
Man, I go as far as the moon. Who would assume the money and the fame will keep a nigga in tune?
Welcome to Maybe the Best Podcast, episode 38.
What's up?
How you doing, man? You straight?
I'm good. Why you look like this black Unabomber?
Because first off, this is a shout out to Hoodie Mello.
Okay,
You know
okay.
and
Makes sense. What's up, you two?
who's also half Puerto Rican, so
I
lots of-
see what you're doing.
yeah, man, lots and lots of love and
Okay.
prayers and well wishes to those survivors in Puerto Rico, and hopefully for those that may have lost or are still uncertain, man, we send our condolences and our best energy out in hopes of speedy recovery and as much relief as possible. So
No, absolutely, man. I mean, I have coworkers and things like that are going through it. You know, their families' homes are wiped out. So, you know, shout out to all my Puerto Rican brothers and sisters.
yeah.
You know, as far as that goes. But now I get it, because I thought you know, and for the live people, because, you know, we here live too. But shout out to you two, episode 39?
38.
38?
38.
Why do I keep skipping episodes?
It's okay, man.
I'm trying to get us older. Like we were just 21 like 3 weeks ago.
Man, it feels that way.
It's dope.
It feels that. I feel like we're moving so fast. The year is moving along and it's progressing, and I feel like we're growing in front of people. Like we were growing in their ears, and now we're growing in front of them now. So
Yes, man. So shout out to everybody subscribing to our YouTube page. You know, I'm gonna always keep account. This is our 8th video, so I'm gonna keep account.
Hey.
But you know, you guys are dope. You know, and everybody that follows us live on Facebook, iTunes, Google Play Music, SoundCloud. You know, we just appreciate you guys, man. So what's up, man? I mean, what's going down this week, man? What we talking about?
Honestly, man, I just wanted to, just go one more time and say, if there's any,
Mellow.
yeah, man, if there's any relief efforts that you're aware of, if you have anything left over, I mean, here in Florida, we were affected by Irma. The whole state was pretty much hit hard. There was, Hurricane Harvey in Houston, Texas, that affected Texas pretty rough. So, like, all these natural disasters happening, man, it's like, is there enough relief to go around? Or are we in a position to say, well, fuck, we just got hit. We can't really be worried about anybody else.
Right.
But, I have friends that are Puerto Rican Boricuas, and,
Boricua.
I mean, they were, like, you can see how they were affected at work, not being able to concentrate.
Yeah.
And,
No, for real.
I remember going to a meeting and coming out of the meeting, or during the meeting, I got an alert on my phone that 100% of the power was knocked out in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
And they're not expected to fully recover on just that front for a few months.
Yeah.
So,
that is exactly what was stated, and it's sad.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so we talk about the disaster of it. Is this a situation of coincidence, just because of how hurricanes are formed and nothing else, like crazy tornadoes and crazy earthquakes? Is this what Al Gore has been talking about? Is
global
this
warming? Oh, yes.
the effect of global warming? Now, I seen something the other day, and it said people don't understand the difference between global warming and climate change.
Okay.
All right, so break that down for those that's not in the know, like per se myself.
Well, I think global warming has a huge effect on climate change. While they are different, one, it's the abuse of America is one of the hugest contributors, and then China as well because of their population. But I mean, we're polluting the air. Our refusal to go fully electric or to rely on natural sources of energy. We're using fossil fuel. We're constantly using aerosol. We're burning holes into the ozone. You know what I mean? Which is
the firmament or the ozone? All right, sorry. Shout out to my flat earthers.
Our atmosphere, and we're allowing more sun rays to come in and fucking melt icebergs, and it's really affecting the structure of our planet. And if we don't do better to take care of it, I mean, obviously we're not going to be truly affected by it, but enough down the line, if we're that selfish and we just don't care how long Earth lasts, then we're fucking assholes. But ultimately, I mean, hurricanes happen, right?
Right.
There's a season for hurricanes. They develop off the coast of Africa traditionally, and sweep into the Atlantic and then the Gulf. That's going to happen, but global warming is making it worse. I mean, we got 2 Category 5s in a matter of 2 weeks. And then 2 major earthquakes. In a matter of a week. 8.2 and the 7.1. When the Richter scale goes up to 10, like anytime I hear anything over 5, I'm like, man, fuck that.
Is now. I'm just playing devil's advocate, listeners. My listeners and my watchers out there on YouTube. Shout out to everybody on YouTube. Shout out to everybody on the live. We talk about global warming and we talk about climate change.
Yeah. I'm
just going off a couple posts and a couple comments I've seen.
Shout out to Prezi because actually global warming isn't a real thing.
Fair enough.
To him.
Harp. Some people will be bold enough to say that the experiments and the things that they're putting in the ocean and all of this other stuff is enhancing the weather. Not necessarily, because some people will go as far as saying
chemtrails, all that shit.
Yeah, right. Some people will go as far as saying the government is controlling the hurricanes, right? But
I don't know that that's too far fetched though.
Okay. Well, let's go there. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. What do you feel about those that say, you know what, this is awesome shit? This is awesome shit from Hart.
I say we give the government too much credit, but ultimately, if you believe that the goal is to develop a new world order and start a world government, then it would make sense. You know what I mean? Because enough disaster made people come together and say we need leadership. You know what I mean? Right. It was the 9/11 thing. You create fear, you scare people enough, and they say we need someone to protect us. How about you?
I think, honestly, for me personally, what I've been seeing in the last few years, tragedy and disaster actually questions leadership. Like, I've seen leadership be questioned, and we talked about it last week on our show. Look at 9/11 and. Not even a year after 9/11, how many people was questioning leadership and things of that sort. So in this country, I really feel that disaster and tragedy questions leadership opposed to looking for leadership.
Yeah, I can dig that. I think ultimately when faced with disaster, like, you know, I'm a very emotional person. When shit happens, I go into a funk immediately.
Right.
I get depressed, I get sad. You know, because I feel helpless. There's not enough that I can do to save the world. And then after that, it's like, all right, I know what I can do though. And then I try to work towards what I can do. So it does make me stronger. Tragedy makes me stronger. Adversity makes me better. And it teaches you to persevere, if nothing else, if you're built the right way. So I'm hoping that, you know, we can recover from all of this shit. But I asked the question, where is it safe to live? In America, at least, you know what I mean? You move to the West Coast, you're on fault lines, right? So you got to deal with earthquakes if you move to the West Coast. If you move to the Midwest, you got Tornado Valley.
And sandstorms.
And all that shit. You move to the South, it's the hurricanes. And if you move up north, you worried about blizzards and shit like that. I'm not a cold snow guy, bro. Like,
man, remember when I visited? I visited you one year when you was in Atlanta. It was for Martin Luther King week. I was not warm the whole time.
Yeah, man.
You understand me? In and outside the house, I wasn't warm. And I told you, I will never come up here again during the cold.
Hey.
It's just not. You know, I said that to myself, but I'm gonna be real with you. I told somebody, I said, I'm gonna tell you something. I'd rather prepare for wind and rain and storm than to not know when the earth is getting ready to move. And the only protection I got is I gotta stand between that motherfucking hallway right there with the door and just do this. Like, I'm sorry, I'm good. Like, I'm on the highway, and next thing you know, a Category 5 just and move the world. Like, the whole world is moving. Like, I'm good on that. And then you have this twister thing that just comes and swoop up your house. No, I'm gonna put some tape on my windows with some board. I'm gonna prepare for these lights to be out for a few days. And we gonna play some cards. You understand what I'm saying? And even in a snowstorm, All right. We just can't go outside. But there is no way in the world I'm dealing with something that the earth moves.
Yeah.
Or something created from the earth and it's just spinning around on the ground. Like, I'm sorry, bro. That shit is just super scary to me. And I don't know how people do it. Shout out to you tornado chasers and you earthquake measurers, because I'm not doing it.
Yeah, they crazy, bro. But if you are listening to this podcast or if you are watching this podcast, and that tells us that you have survived Doomsday, September 23rd, which is supposed to be the last day of Earth.
What does that even mean?
All right, so
what time is it gonna come?
I don't know that they have a time. So basically, this scientist or whatever, between science and the Bible and reading Revelations and him coming up with numerology, using numerology as well, and saying, well, Jesus died at 33. Hurricane Harvey happened 33, or the eclipse happened 33 days ago from the 23rd or whatever. And Nibiru or Planet X is supposed to collide with Earth and end all life on Earth tomorrow for us. But whenever y'all see this, you might already
go have mad sex unprotected.
Yeah, man. We'll
just don't ski, just in case Nibiru misses.
We'll see y'all in the afterlife. I don't have a tune set up. I don't have anyone that's gonna like rap me because I want to be like buried like the Egyptian mummy.
Do you want to look like that?
You want
to look like Hoodie Mellow or the Unabomber? You look like Black Unabomber.
Honestly, bro, if I knew the time, I would go out and I would loot men's warehouse because I want to go out like Jadena, bro. Like if I die today,
I don't want my best dressed day in a casket.
Yeah, but I won't be in the casket. You know, like I'm guessing like it would be like a big ball inferno that just comes and like it hits the earth, like when the dinosaurs died, if they ever existed. And
you don't believe in dinosaurs? You don't believe dinosaurs existed?
No.
So what are fossils? What was that stuff? What was that stuff that they just found in the motherfucking ground? What was that?
I'm gonna say like B.O.B. sake, man. Like
what was that?
It must
like they found the shit.
It must have been some hell of a stegosauruses because all this fossil fuel we've been burning for hundreds of years and we still got more. Where's this shit coming from? It wasn't that many dinosaurs, bro. And if
so fossil fuel is
it's the remnants of the fossils left behind from the dinosaurs, bro. Or so they say, bro. I'm lost, bro.
Shout out to everybody on the live. Shout out to everybody YouTube. Maybe the best podcast, man. I'm your boy 20 the student. It's your boy Vern Diddy running City the Hot Dad. Shout out to Lulu, our other co-host. We sitting up here talking about right now natural disasters, climate change, global warming, and heart. Which one is moving the earth? Man, I even seen something, and you know I'm about our folk.
Okay.
I even seen a theory of it being the spirit of African slaves who were thrown off the boat in, what would they call that? Pillage is what they would call that?
Pilgrimage?
Pilgrimage. And pilgrimage to the Americas. This is the angry African woman's spirit, right? Because the hurricane develops in the western part of Africa, which the majority of slaves is said to be outside of the, if you subscribe to the Aboriginal theme. Right. They said that the majority of slaves come from the Western African, and it's no coincidence that the hurricane, now I don't subscribe to this and I'll tell you why, but that the hurricane hits each part of where the slaves were ported.
If that is the case,
now,
why they keep beating up on Haiti so much?
There we go. I was just getting ready to say the reason why I gotta debunk that is for the simple fact of the Carolinas don't really never get hit.
Okay.
Virginia damn sure don't get shit. And they deserve it a hell of a lot. Maryland, you know what I'm saying? So this is the reason why I can't subscribe to that, you know, because...
But Virginia and Maryland built a lot of our heroes. It built Pusha T. It built Jay. Jay was taking those trips down to Maryland, him and Emory, bro. You know, so shout out to the, Drug Dealers Anonymous. Damn, Daniel, FBI keep bringing them all white vans.
Man, it's true. So it's a lot of theories in regards to hurricanes. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and I thought that was an interesting theory. You know, and like I said, look, listeners, y'all know me. I go hard.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
I go super hard, but I don't know. I think that's a little bit reaching. Just for the simple fact of Tennessee don't get fucked up. Alabama ain't never got fucked up.
But you know,
Mississippi ain't never got fucked up. Or Katrina fucked Mississippi.
I was about to say, I think they do, though. Maybe not in the form of natural disasters, but the only thing Alabama, shout out to our listeners in Alabama, SEC Nation. But the only thing Alabama really has going for them is the Crimson Tide. Outside, and Forrest Gump. But outside of that, it's like, man, like,
I mean, they had Ruben Studdard, 205, baby, 205. Don't hate on Ruben.
I ain't gonna hate on Ruben.
205. Sorry for the live, everybody. We out there. We ended. We ended, man. I ended. Hey, look, YouTube. This is why you should be loyal. This is why loyalty. You know, we trying to get up to a certain number to where we can go live on YouTube, man. So, listen. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We thank everybody. You know what I mean? So, yeah. What's up, man? What's with the next topic? What are we doing?
Man, I feel like this could be a very, very short episode because there wasn't a whole lot. Now I just want to pick on people. So
let's talk about it.
About 2 months ago, Lil Duval, shout out to Lil Duval, Florida native, Jacksonville, Florida. Shout out to you.
Shout out to all the Florida natives that don't be repping Florida like they should be repping Florida.
Lil Duval got on his Instagram and he said, in his 50 Cent voice, whatever they said that nigga Kevin Hart did, that nigga did that shit. And now we got Kevin Hart coming out saying, I made a mistake. I put myself in a bad position, and now he's being extorted. There's tape of him, you know, snuggled up to another chick that's not his pregnant wife. So he had a public apology to his kids. But now everybody's taking shots at, you know, Kevin Hart's been very vocal about his love, his admiration for his wife, and he calls her my rib, and niggas is now asking, is ribs any good anymore? Like, can you call your chick your rib and get away with it now? I've seen girls on Twitter saying, like,
ribs ain't never had no meat on it. Oh!
Chick saying, you know it's the end of the world when a 5'2" nigga cheating on you. Like, it's tough times, man. So I ask, man, is Kevin Hart going to be able to recover from this? Or is he building his next stand-up? Is he creating his next stand-up right before our eyes?
I'll tell you this right now. And I got a couple things about this.
Okay.
And this is from somebody that had past transgressions. Shout out to Tiger Woods, man, for the word transgressions. We ain't never got to say cheating again because of Tiger Woods. Mm-hmm. We can use the word transgressions for everybody out there on the tube. Transgressions, bro. So, as an ex-transgressioner, I'm confused. Because if this is first 6 months, first year Kevin Hart, I'm like, yo, the dude did so openly. I mean, what do you expect?
Okay.
He getting cooler that he never seen.
Okay.
But you've been riding the wave.
For easy, at least a minimum of 5 years.
And I'm going to say something so profound to my fellas.
Okay.
Right now. And this happens to be an MC that you probably wouldn't think is prophetic. You probably wasn't think, was a dope MC. But he got one of the most profound lines in hip hop history based on how you Negroes act.
Okay, shoot it.
It is Nelly.
Okay.
The start of the second verse of Hot in Here. Why you at the bar if you ain't popping the bottles? What good is all the fame if you ain't popping the models?
Fucking the models.
Yeah.
Why do you fools continue to fuck with these strippers?
Hey, she said she ain't no stripper.
No. You are an aspiring actress.
Hey.
And an aspiring model.
Well, maybe she models and acts as if she's a stripper.
I ain't never seen it. Okay? What I'm saying is, I don't understand the addiction in the entertainment industry with the stripper being the standard. What happened to the lawyer or the doctor or the person that's partner that got something to lose herself? Like, what are you Negroes doing? Like, you doing regular nigga shit. Like Tiger Woods was in Blue Martini. I done pulled out of Blue Martini.
Yeah.
I done pulled out of Blue. So you mean to tell me and Tiger on the same level? We can't be. We ain't got the same money.
Look,
but you in Blue Martini?
Look,
like, what are we doing right now?
Real quick, shout out to the tasteless gentleman on
Top 9
Instagram.
hoe jobs.
The top 9 hoe jobs.
Okay, top 9 hoe jobs live in YouTube. What's the top 9 hoe jobs?
Number 9, hairstylist.
They gotta have a massage therapist in there. They got to. But go ahead.
It's not in here.
What?
Number 8, strippers.
Bro, so okay. And we're gonna let you finish that list.
All right.
But if number 8 on the top 9 hoe jobs list is strippers, that is a come up.
You're
not doing anything.
You're gonna agree with a lot of these, especially.
All right, go ahead.
All right, number 7. I'm just gonna speed through them real quick. Fast food service, of course.
Yes, and you will pull somebody over, get them a free burger. Hey. I used to give free cinnamon twist to all the cuties. Shout out to all my ladies. Ex Taco Bell.
Hey, man, shout out to Twan when he was working at Taco Bell, my nigga.
Employee of the month, 4 out of 12 months.
You were running.
Pop cop.
Number 6, Instagram party promoters. Shout out to Bundle of Brittany. I heard you were single.
You Instagram party promoters?
Look, I'm not single, and I did. I want to apologize real quick to visual director Bay, who is my Bay.
VDB, man. Shout out to VDB. She's dope.
I made a mistake early this week. I was just being myself. I was being truly honest with myself,
aka asshole.
Which usually is the wrong.
Okay, there we go.
And so I made a mistake, and I hurt visual director Bay's feelings, and so I apologize for that. So I wanted to do it
on a public forum. Men are changing.
Yeah, man. So
no, you did the Kevin Hart. You ain't changing. I mess with you. Listen. So this is what I'm gonna say about that. So I'm gonna get on him about that.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna look.
Oh, but for your doctors, real quick. Number 5, DMV employees. Number 4.
Wait.
What?
DMV employees is too mean to be hoes.
Possibly.
They too mean, and they're all females, and they're older females, and they don't get no dick. So that should be the top 9 no dick jobs. DMV should be number 1. They be so mean.
Well, number 4.
And then bus drivers should be number 2.
Oh yeah, bus drivers.
They're so super mean. Like no sex jobs. Like DMV people and bus drivers, and then courthouse people. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a list for that. But go ahead.
Number 4, secretaries, which we all know from history. Number 3, kindergarten, 2nd grade teachers. Kindergarten,
yes,
teachers.
Yes, this is so true.
Number 2, customer service call centers.
Oh my gosh! Yo, listen. I'm gonna shut up.
Number 1, CNA and nurses.
I think number 2 should be number 1.
I agree.
If you ever worked in a call center, you know that's where all the scuttlebird is at.
Hey, remember what was Buddy name? Scotty Too Hottie. Every time I think of a call center, I'm like, man, these thotties too hottie, bro.
Yo, listen. So now I'm gonna defend. I'm gonna go in a little defense of Kevin Hart.
Okay.
I just dissed him and said, you can't be putting yourself out there with no strippers, and you are on Breakfast Club talking about you'll never cheat because you'll be paranoid because people do videos and everything, and guess what just happened?
Look, bro.
Tell them to put the cell phones on the table where they leave them. Now, what we see them. Now, I'll tell you this.
People that say that Bow Wow is an asshole for making you sign a non.
No, Justin Bieber did the same thing.
His security takes your phone before you get in the room. You ain't getting no little Bow Wow dick without putting your phone on.
Little Bow Wow dick.
You know what I'm saying? And little Kevin Hart needs to be thinking about that too. You can't get this heartbeat without putting your phone. You know what I mean? So
listen. Secondly,
and this nigga in the car taking videos of his family, they all mean mugging him. He's like, look at we happy as shit. And they like, nigga, don't
you
put me
cannot expect to keep them. Or excuse me, let's put it like this.
You about to turn this on his lady, huh?
You have to have in the back of your head that the same way you got him is the same way you gonna lose him.
What they say, bro?
You understand what I'm saying? And I done been in that situation. Kevin Hart made a whole DVD joking about how he wasn't shit. And the first time I ever wholeheartedly laughed at Kevin Hart was because I could relate. The number one reason why we laugh at jokes is because it's true.
Well, I laughed at some of that because I just thought it was funny.
90% of the reason we laugh at somebody's joke is because it has some truth to it.
My dog said, did I cheat on my wife? Yes, I did. Do I regret it? No, I don't.
Right. When you crying laughing, it's because it's like, oh my God, it's so true. So when I was hearing him say shit like the whole help me, things like that, and you can't talk to a boy on a speakerphone because first off, as soon as he come, I got a pot. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew things like that. So I was like, wow, this is the first time I can actually laugh at Kevin Hart because I relate to Kevin Hart. But at the same time, you made a whole special about how you wasn't shit.
Yeah.
And how you seen a woman turn crazy and how you was responsible for turning a woman crazy. So all I'm going to say, baby girl and baby girls, is how you get them is how you lose them.
Now, me personally, and shout out to Tia, who was my my WCW, my Woman Crush Wednesday. Shout out to Kevin Hart for putting me on the TO, fine, light-skinned ass. I love her. I don't see how you can go cheat on your pregnant wife. Now, let's just throw the whole wife part out. Fuck her. She ain't got to be your wife. But she pregnant. And ain't nothing sexier to me than some pregnant.
The best cooler be pregnant cooler. I'm going to tell you that now.
Like, I love seeing that just round hump with your belly button sticking out and you got this.
Round hump? I'm talking about sensation.
I'm talking about the stretch mark. I love looking at it, man. I love like the feeling of thinking like, man, I'm probably like hurting somebody in there.
What are you talking about right now?
Hey.
We are live. You tripping.
Remember Light Poles and Pine Trees film it said yeah, hold on, man.
Oh my God. Shout out to everybody out there listening, looking at us on YouTube. We appreciate y'all, man. Episode 38, maybe the best podcast. I'm Twan the student.
Yeah.
Vern Diddy run the city, aka the hot
And
dad.
she said she pregnant. I said it ain't mine. I was strapped. I ain't lying. She said she having a little girl. I said good. That way I get pussy and head at the same time. And I was like, wow, that's creepy, but it's funny.
But you know what? That goes back to who said? I think it was Russ that was like, man, hip hop is just too sensitive.
People are too fucking sensitive. And you know what? I'd like to get on that as we got 5 minutes on this segment. So let's really just wrap this up and then let's get into, because I want to talk about Kevin Durant and his burner Twitter account.
We got shout out to Joel Embiid, man. You know, my boy Jay on the live. He a Philly fan. He's from Philly. Shout out to Joel Embiid with the burner Twitter. He is freaking hilarious. He's the next Shaq.
He is.
From a personality standpoint.
Absolutely.
He is the next Shaq. He is stupid funny, man.
Shout out to the NBA coming back in just 25 days, man.
Shout out to Media Day. Shout out to Lonzo Ball. Shout out to Brandon Ingram. Shout out to my late show.
I think
we here, baby. We making the playoffs.
All right, LeVar.
They say, how many games y'all gonna win? You know what I say? However many it take to win the playoffs. That's what I say.
Wow.
However many it take to get the 8th seed is how many we gonna win.
Whoa. I'm gonna try to do my best LeVar Ball impersonation, and please ask me how many games the Lakers gonna win.
They don't ever ask him, but how many games the Lakers gonna win?
My boy Lonzo on the team. 50 plus. 50 plus. My boy's gonna win the championship. LiAngelo Ball ain't gonna get drafted. He gonna come in as a free agent rookie, and he gonna sign with the Lakers. And the same thing with LaMelo. And all my boys gonna be on the same team. We gonna win 8 championships in a row. Let's go Lakers. Lonzo Ball, rookie of the year, already got it in the bag.
Yo, shout out to what do you think about the new? They scrapped the original ZO2s, which just brings the original ones up to more value as memorabilia.
Yes.
Once the dude hoops. But they scratched the original ZO2s, and me personally, I think these new ones are pretty flop.
I think they're dope.
Shout out to LeVar Ball. Have you seen Ball in the Family on Facebook?
I still haven't watched it.
Oh man, you got to, man.
I'm behind on TV in general.
my boy Lonzo, man. That was funny.
My dog said 50 plus. I'm like, bruh. Okay. You know, and
listen, he ain't never been wrong. I don't know what to say.
I want to see the Lakers do well because
The NBA's better when the Lakers are good.
Well, no.
Bullshit.
No, because Brandon Ingram is a former Duke player. I love Blue Devils. I follow the Blue Devils.
B.I. gonna give y'all B.I.
Yeah, man. And
Watch.
I got money riding on Brandon Ingram. So
And we don't want LeBron. True Laker fans don't want LeBron. Let it be known. True Laker fans don't want LeBron. We don't want LeBron.
All right, y'all. We'll be right back, though. Love y'all.
Peace.
All right, for the 38th time, welcome back to episode 38, maybe the best podcast. Jinx, that's gay. I'm Vern Diddy, aka the Hot Dad.
She ain't got no wood.
Yeah, well, I ain't got no wood.
Wow.
You better ask somebody.
Pause.
But only one person. Only ask one person.
Hey, I ain't got no wood. You better ask somebody.
That's Clint Eastwood.
Yo, listen, real quick, man. Shout out to my man, I think it's Malik Shabazz, if I'm not mistaken. 25-year-old young black male that's in charge of WeBuyBlack.com. www.WeBuyBlack.com. Shout him out.
Shout out to Malik. Or if that is your real name.
I know, right?
Whatever you subscribe.
I know his name is Malik. I do know his name is Malik. So,
shout out to Malik then.
Yeah, and I've been posting the website for the last couple of days, but I just came up on a post that Dr. Boyce Watkins had him on Facebook Live, and he's a 25-year-old black dude.
Amen. And so I'm guessing that it's a online directory pointing to.
We always want to put black in front of other stuff, but they refer to it as the Black Amazon. So you can go there and get certain all black products like mouthwash, toothpaste, home products, furniture.
That is dope as fuck.
Yeah, it's WeBuyBlack.com. It's really dope.
A lot of us that would like to support black businesses, we don't find enough in our areas because in order to feel safe, we move away from black areas. Plus, black businesses just aren't popping up the way we really should be.
The result is mom and pop shops.
Right.
We don't have any cab services or anything yet.
Yeah, so it's really dope to be able to go online and because that's how we shop nowadays, anyways.
Spendify.com is another one that actually is relating to what you're talking about. Spendify.com, and I came up on these brothers from a podcast.
Okay.
So the podcast is Bottomless Truth featuring CD and Juice.
CD and Juice.
CD and Juice, their eighth episode. Their eighth episode was in regards to economics, and these brothers was on there. They created an app called Spendify.com. Spendify, that's Spend DEFY, Spendify, and what it is it's an app that you can download that gives you the all of the local black businesses in any city that you're in. So if you're traveling to Washington State or Arizona or something of that sort, and you look up Spendify or you download the app, it will give you the most the most local black business in that city.
I think that's very dope.
So Spendify.com and WeBuyBlack.com. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the Bottomless Truth. Shout out to the Black Podcast and on GroupMe. So if you have GroupMe and you're an inspiring podcaster like us, on GroupMe, if you download GroupMe app, just follow Black Podcast and you'll automatically be in the group, and it's really dope information, man. So
I don't think we're really aspiring anymore since we mid-shelf famous or.
Yeah, man, we mid-shelf.
You know what I'm saying? So
We mid. Y'all look, ain't got my bottle this episode. We mid-shelf famous, man. Y'all know how we do it.
Hey man, shout out to Gatorade, which is in the cup, man. Who I just dropped 52 points in 2K18. You know what I'm saying? So I'm working on getting a sponsorship with Gatorade. It's just doing what I can do. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, get buckets. You know what I'm saying? Get buckets. So shout out to
the NBA season coming back, media day. How you feel about your team? I mean, we get to now talk about more things. I mean, obviously I'm boycotting the NFL, so I don't care about it. We're boycotting the NFL, so we don't care about it. But now we get to talk about real sports and let people know that we are sports heads, man. NBA.
I'm
coming back.
You know what? It's more than just the NBA, and usually the NFL does play a part in this time of year. This is usually the best time of year as we get into October because college football is in the swing of things. Usually the NFL, but fuck them. Major League Baseball is coming up into their playoff season, so we're getting ready for the playoffs and then the World Series. And basketball is starting back up.
And it's starting early. October
Yes,
17th,
man.
baby.
So, I'm excited.
What's up? What's up? I mean, home team, Orlando Magic. That's our home team. Y'all hear me always talk about the Lakers. If you do,
Gang.
home team to the heart. I couldn't even hate home team when we played y'all. So give me your insight about home team.
I think we have a nice young roster. Unfortunately, the consistent turnover in the front office has been.
I think you're done with that.
I surely hope so, man. I'm hoping that Frank Vogel is our guy. We'll stick with him and just let him allow this team to grow and build organically, as our last GM Rob Hennigan had, desired to. But I think we have a lot of young pieces. I don't know that we have enough to be really competitive in the East.
Well, I'll tell you this. It's not about Frank Vogel. Frank Vogel has support. Yeah. And that's the GM that came from Milwaukee and the executive that came from Toronto. Yeah. Both of them have built successful franchises through the draft. Both of them have built, Paul's, long teams. Yeah. And if you notice what you guys have been doing and adding to your roster, they have been lengthy players.
No.
So when you do that with a E38, listen, do not be surprised if that kid is probably a top five in assists this year.
I certainly hope so.
Because that, it's the same thing that D'Angelo Russell is missing. Like, those guys need talent. They need undeveloped talent around them. Kind of like all right, for example, like Chris Paul, right? He made David West and Tyson Chandler, All-Stars.
Yeah.
D'Angelo Russell and E38, because we're talking about home team, they're those type of point guards to where they either need talent or just good enough of talent to make it better. Okay. But if the talent isn't fully developed, they're not going to get it there. That's the gift that Chris Paul had, is that he can just get you from A to Z.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? I think Lonzo can do the same thing. But E38, you should see a breakout season from him based on what he has around him. And I think he will always be a player that has to have certain things around him to be successful. So his unsuccessful seasons in the NBA will be based on him not having the players around him, opposed to him just being a scrub.
Yeah.
How do you feel about
being a homer, I think it's really tough because I can sit here and start breaking down the Magic and people I don't understand how you think that's supposed to work. But we're expecting a starting lineup of Elfrid Payton at the 1. Probably Evan Fournier at the 2. Terrence Ross.
That's what y'all got to get rid of. Y'all got to get rid of that guy.
It'll be Terrence Ross or Jonathan Isaac at the 3. Aaron Gordon moving back to his natural position, the number 4 spot. And then we have, of course, Vucevic anchoring the front court. And so I think we have a really decent starting lineup. When you look at the talent is there. Evan Fournier, even if you say we should be getting rid of that guy or looking to move him, he's actually a really good talent. He's efficiently scoring 17, 18 points a game. You know what I'm saying? Pretty decent PER. He can drive at will. He can get to the bucket. He reminds me of Manu Ginobili. It's just that maybe we should have him coming off the bench. Maybe move Terrence.
Circumstantial. It's like he's that based on what you don't have.
Right. So I think he's supremely talented. I'm looking at the rest of the East. I'm looking at teams like Charlotte Hornets. I'm looking at Boston Celtics who improved. Cleveland didn't get worse. They just didn't necessarily get better in their moves. Washington should be better. I think Brooklyn will actually be better. Maybe not a playoff contender, but they should be better by having D'Angelo Russell there in a new area, in a new scenery. Who knows what's going to happen with New York? Milwaukee should be okay again. It's like, man, there's a lot of really solid teams out east that I'm
Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee's going to be crazy.
Yeah, well, I think Charlotte is going to be the team that we should watch. If Michael Jordan can get in the ear of Dwight Howard.
I was going to say, how do you feel about his statement of he traded for Dwight to change his attitude?
I would love it if it worked. I had mentioned on Facebook earlier, somebody had posted, or I guess Skip Bayless had said earlier that if Michael Jordan in his prime played on this Charlotte Hornets team, he could beat LeBron on any team he's ever been on. And I agree because I'm like, well, shit, Michael Jordan with Dwight Howard, Kemba Walker, Nicholas Batum, Michael Kidd Gilchrist, Frank Kaminsky Jr. Those boys actually got a fucking roster. You know what I'm saying? You add a prime Michael Jordan to it, and they're lethal, right? But I was like, well, but at the same time, Dwight Howard couldn't deal with Kobe screaming at him.
Thank you.
Michael Jordan has been notorious for screaming at his players and getting under their skin and making them buckle. So Dwight Howard, who's a mental, emotional midget, I don't. But maybe things have changed. The guy's 31, 32 years old. Maybe that has changed. So
I think Dwight lost himself. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you know, I'm a sucker for comeback stories, so I wish nothing but the best for him. Shout out to the NBA season.
He's super talented.
Yeah, absolutely.
He still has the talent. So he hasn't gotten any better than his best days in Orlando, but he's not necessarily any worse.
Well, Shannon Sharp made a great point when he said, when you don't expand your game and when you have an injury like he had,
where you rely so much on athleticism.
when you rely so much on athleticism and you don't expand your game during that time frame, you become a dinosaur.
Yeah.
So,
But he was.
He said, what he say? He said, when the White House started talking about he gonna shoot threes, and then I said, oh no, we gotta get you up out of here. Shout out to Shannon Sharp, man.
Hey, man, while we're on the NBA, man, so Kevin Durant had to come out.
Yes.
And he.
Good segue.
He apologized, right? He apologized for going too far with his. What did you just do? Are you just making signs on the table?
Yeah, because it was kind of uneven, so I wanted to kind of circle these fingerprints.
So Kevin Durant has burner social media accounts, and I guess
Wait,
got
he
caught.
said he has no. Okay, I'm gonna let you talk and I'm gonna answer. Go ahead.
All right, he got caught. Now this is just me doing my due diligence and putting the pieces together, acting like a lady. There was rumors out there that he had a secondary account that he used to go out and defend himself on social media. Then from his verified account, he's defending himself in the third person, saying Kevin Durant ain't have. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't win in Oklahoma City because you had Billy Donovan as the coach and a bunch of scrubs outside of Russell Westbrook and KD. That's all they had. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about himself in third person, then he did it again. So I'm guessing that he forgot to log out of his verified account and then log into his burner account and got himself caught. My only issue...
But the person tweeted KD Trade 5. They didn't tweet a burner account. They tweeted KD Trade 5.
Well,
so
wait.
what you... never mind. I get what you're trying to say.
Yeah, what he was supposed to do was log out of that account and address it
With the other one.
Right. My only issue with that is we live in a society, we live in a time right now where people can't be themselves because, corporate sponsors and I got to worry about my image to the public. But Kevin Durant is the same player that was, belittled, berated for joining a championship caliber team, a team that had just won 73 games and only lost 9, joining the best team in the NBA, putting the second best talent in the world on that team and winning a gimme championship. And his attitude to that was like, I don't care, I need to do what's best for me. I don't give a fuck what y'all think. He took on that personality and now you can't be that? No, be that shit on your social media too. Like, I feel like you don't need a burner account, and if motherfuckers can't get past their sensitivities, like, you don't get to come on my page, disrespect me, and expect me not to respond because I'm a celebrity. Fuck you. I don't come to your job and disrespect you and talk shit about your
But
performance
at
at
the
work.
same time, that's him. I mean, he admitted that there is no such thing as a burner Twitter, and he was just having a moment, playful, and it got
Just fix it. You don't need to stop talking.
it got serious.
There you go.
And it was what it was. He admitted that it was him. So we don't need to play into the burner Twitter because he admitted, no, that was me on my account. I started playful and it just got kind of deep. I'm stupid as fuck for it. I should have never dragged nobody else in it. I'm childish. It was childish, and that's what it was. That's what he had literally admitted that was him. There is no burner Twitter. That was him.
But he said he had multiple accounts. He was like,
He said there is no separate account on his Twitter. That's what he said. There is no separate account on my Twitter, and I feel stupid as fuck for doing what I did and bringing someone else into it. That's what he said.
So what was the whole point in addressing himself in the third person if there is no secondary account?
That's where it lies. I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think because he dressed himself in the third person, he didn't switch accounts.
Look, man, I say, again, we have to look at these people, as human beings. I don't care how much money they get paid. You don't. I guess we do go on Twitter and go at Prezi pretty hard, but you don't go. Yeah, Prezi 45, shout out to 45. Who say he ain't got no choice but to absolutely destroy North Korea.
Why you keep talking like that? Man?
Hey man, shout out to Kim Jong-un who called that man a Botard. Said I'm gonna respond to that Botard over in America with lethal force. So he plans on attacking Donald Trump. I'm concerned. Let me just say I'm concerned.
Let's get it popping. I'm tired of all this bullshit. Let's really see if shit gonna really pop.
No.
I'm gonna tell you why.
No.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because since 2011, war has been all about the gain and control of resources. Matter of fact, since war has begun.
But now you just got two reckless people that
it's been the gain and control of resources.
Now you just got two big egos. There's no resources to be had.
Let's see who nuts bigger.
No. Because innocent lives are lost. If we go out and with our biggest, baddest motherfucking military on the planet and decide to just light up North Korea and get rid of them, we very well could. It would take all of 2 hours, maybe.
I don't believe that any of that's going to happen.
But it could very well happen.
I don't believe any of that's going to. You ever seen Lucky Number 11?
Bro, no, I haven't. But here's the thing,
okay,
bro.
that's what they're going. That's what's been happening.
We've seen wars happen for lesser things. I mean, pussy is usually the case in all of civilization, but now you just got two pussies that's crazy out of their fucking mind talking about they gonna blow each other up, and we could literally blow North Korea off the map. But I think this motherfucker Kim Jong-un is crazy enough to really risk it and be like, you know what? You keep popping shit like that, I'm gonna show you what we about. And fucking launch a nuclear weapon, and wherever it lands, it's going to affect innocent people who have nothing to do with shit.
Can I say something?
Go for it.
Let's keep it at a street level. A real street dude.
No real street dudes.
Let's keep it at a street level. A real street dude is only so many times. Matter of fact, you got one time. You got one time to violate. And that's why it's very few. Historically, everybody else is idiots, but it's very few historically. You know them. They talk about it. You violate, I annihilate.
They crazy.
Wait. I ain't never seen a penis swinging contest last as long as I seen it last than I have with this fucking nuclear weapon shit.
This is different.
Okay, no. I've been hearing this. We've been hearing this shit since the Cuban Missile Crisis, man. Okay? All of this, I got this. My dick bigger than your dick. I got a bigger gun than you. I got a bigger bomb than you. Drop it then. Drop it. If you got it, drop it. Both sides.
But we have already dropped the mother of all bombs. In fucking Libya. Bro, that's the problem. Donald Trump is not afraid to fucking drop a bomb.
So wait. You said the mother of all bombs. Is that bigger than Hiroshima?
It wasn't a nuclear. I'm
asking a question. We talking about that. We talking about that. See, what I'm talking about is this. Motherfuckers ain't talking. That shit ain't gonna happen, bro. That's not gonna happen.
What I'm saying is
these dudes is not gonna do that because
what you have never seen in your lifetime is two crazy fucking people going at each other. We've always had someone that's
they ain't crazy. Listen, the person that dropped that bomb in Hiroshima was crazy.
So we've always had a leader that was very democratic about his process. Right? That was very polished and political about his process. Now we have somebody saying, we're going to continue to push these sanctions on you guys. And Kim Jong-un saying, y'all better stop that shit because you see I'm testing weapons. And pretty soon I'm about to start launching them bitches out your way. And Donald Trump's like, do that shit one more time, bro. We're going to come through and light your shit up. Man. He's like, do it then. Donald Trump is not one of those guys you can say, do it then.
Stop, man. Stop.
We've seen this motherfucker act.
Okay. What we're not going to do is this. If we're going to subscribe to that, they lie about a lot of stuff. We're not going to sit up here and act like the biggest thing is the truth. Okay?
Man.
Listen, this shit ain't no different than the streets, bro. You seen, nigga, if you got a strap, what's up? Why am I still alive? Why am I still walking around these streets? If you got that thing, if you really gonna do what you say you gonna do to me, you know why you not gonna do it to me? You know why? Because it fucks up the status quo for all this shit. You understand what I'm saying? There's this Korea don't run the world.
I get that.
America don't run the world. This shit is deeper than them.
So
this is just two motherfuckers with some big nuts or acting like they got big nuts when it's the white man and the China man, which is so funny because they got the smallest nuts. But anyways.
But this is not that. And this is the reason why I'm saying this is not that is because North Korea is
Vern. You
North
really
Korea,
subscribe to this?
No, listen.
You really subscribe to this?
Bro, if you
really subscribe to this foo-foo?
Bro, if you know anything, if you watch Kim Jong-un since he's taken over from his father, if you've watched how he maneuvers and how he responds to shit.
Why let us make a movie about you if you really about that action?
He didn't let anything happen, bro.
Listen, if you about that action like you say you are.
Have you not seen his
any
actions over
level,
the past 6 months?
Okay, hold on. This is what I'm talking about.
They've been more and more aggressive than ever before.
Okay, Vern, it's easy to do that to your own folk than to do that to the enemy, right? The supposed enemy. We say that all the time.
But here's the
we say that all the time. It's easy to do that to your own people than to do that to the supposed enemy. Why haven't you bucked if you really about it?
Bro,
both sides. Come on now. I'm a man.
Listen, bro. Because like you keep going.
Go ahead. I'm going to let you talk.
What I'm saying is, bro, we've seen this guy get more and more aggressive. He continues to develop these nuclear weapons and he's testing them. Now he's shooting them towards Japan. He's shooting them towards South Korea, which becomes a problem because South Korea is an American ally. So with Donald Trump being as loose as he is in his fucking mental state, knowing that he has full control over the military and the direction of the military, if he's saying we gonna do this if y'all don't stop, now China's backing off like, yo, North Korea, y'all better chill the fuck out because we don't want those problems. We've never seen China do that. China
too busy invading Africa. Go ahead.
China has been North Korea's biggest ally. They make up 95% of their financial status, right? Now they're pulling back saying, hey man, I think y'all better stop what y'all doing.
We too busy invading Africa.
Because them motherfuckers is crazy. Russia's pulling back like, hey man, y'all on y'all own. If this shit goes south, North Korea gets fucked up. I'm not worried about what will happen to the United States. It'll be a small group of people that might get hurt. But we shouldn't be in this position at all. Like, unfortunately, now I'm in one of those positions, like, unfortunately, you do have to, like, try to get in there and wipe this motherfucker off the earth because he's crazy as fuck. And, bro, people in North Korea aren't allowed to they can't get on the internet. They can't do anything without his approval, and he doesn't approve anything. You know what I mean? Like, the whole country is left as hostages. So I'm concerned that this motherfucker is crazy enough. He don't care enough about life to not test a crazy motherfucker like Donald Trump. And what it does is it puts our population at risk, our men and women that decide that they want to, give their life and serve for the American flag and for the American people and to protect our interests. And they're going to go out there and get their asses killed over some crazy two-ass egotistical assholes. It might not be a big thing, but enough lives will be lost that didn't need to be lost because the motherfuckers are swinging their dicks around. And the reason why I say it's different in the streets is because usually when there's beef in the streets, I can literally just go see you. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? We can't just run up on these countries without causing a world war.
Well, and see, this is what I'm trying to tell you. All that shit is bullshit. If you believe that the media manufacturers and the government manufacturers and all that, motherfuckers ain't bust a move. North Korea done had missiles for how long? America done had missiles for how long? That's like somebody telling you, motherfucker, I got a Draco. And you over here like, well, motherfucker, I got that goddamn 40 cal. What's up? And ain't nobody bucking. Why? Because of the Continental. You ever seen John Wick?
Yes.
Thank you. There is a reason why this shit continues to marinate in the media, but never cultivates in real life.
It's happening right before our eyes.
You gotta understand something, bro. And this is just my personal opinion. I haven't looked at a video or anything. I honestly think the elites around the world are in constant fight to not have another world war. because they want new world order.
I get that.
You gotta understand something, bro.
In order to get a new world
Ain't
order,
nobody, they not bucking at that, bro. That shit would have been happening.
In order to get a new world order, what you have to do is have to have certain figureheads on the same page. Now, the reason why shit doesn't always work out that way is because you have people like a Fidel Castro that's like, nah, fuck that. I'm not about this new world order shit. I'm gonna do shit my way. You have people like Saddam Hussein like, nah, I'm not about that shit. I'm gonna do things my way. You have motherfuckers like Kim Jong-un saying, I'm not subscribing to that. I'm gonna do shit my way. Now, you look at the Russian president, maybe the Chinese president.
If you say that, is he really the enemy?
I'm not saying he's an enemy. I've never said he was an enemy. I'm saying you got two crazy motherfuckers that are going to make shit happen.
Wait.
And innocent lives are going to get lost because of two crazy motherfuckers. I didn't say he was an enemy because I have a problem with America.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
I have a problem with crazy people.
This is the thing. What I'm trying to tell you is this, and the reason for all my listeners out there and my watchers out there on YouTube, the reason I put it to a street level is to simplify the thing. What I'm saying is, if somebody is really about a situation, it would have been happened already.
But not
there, you gotta understand something. There is codes. If there is codes and protocol in gang violence, bro, you goddamn very well better believe there is codes and protocol in world violence.
That's why I'm asking, are you paying attention? Because
that is codes going on. Ain't nobody doing nothing to break that code. Bro, nobody is dropping no fucking nukes on nobody. I'm telling you that right now. The realest it ever was the Cuban Missile Crisis.
That's what I'm asking you is, are you paying attention? Because you're saying there's codes, right?
Ask me a question.
All right. The codes, the line has been drawn years ago, right? North Korea was not supposed to be developing nuclear weapons. Now, over the past couple of years, they've not only been developing out of the world, they've been testing these nuclear weapons. They've been launching weapons. So now they've already crossed the line. So much so that the people that watch the line are saying, y'all niggas crazy. Y'all on your own. Because that motherfucking military over there is fucking about that life. Once that line has been crossed, now it's up to Kim Jong-un or Donald Trump to pull the trigger because everybody else is giving it a green light by saying, we ain't got no parts of that. That's how serious it's gotten. I'm saying, if you think that, you know what I'm saying, shit ain't gonna happen because it ain't been done yet. Nigga, we talking some grand level shit. This shit is going to affect the world. It will. I think it not only.
Nothing's gonna happen.
All right.
Nothing's gonna happen because I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm gonna tell you this right now. If it was gonna happen, the shit would have been happening because when you motherfucking about a situation when it come to violence, and we've seen what the Europeans is about when it come to violence, they don't fucking hesitate. It ain't no fucking situation. There is a group of motherfuckers controlling it and saying, look, what we gonna do is this. To continue to make money, we gonna assume.
You couldn't hear if I did have it.
To continue to make money, we are going to continue to make this a thing. It ain't really gonna be a thing because you motherfuckers ain't fucking up our shit. We about this new world order shit and this shit is real. It ain't really gonna be a thing.
Okay, so
but to continue to make money and manipulate it and keep the masses in control. So that's while we have been hearing about nuclear war since the Cuban Missile Crisis. You know, they was teaching kids how to protect themselves just in case Cuba fired nuclear weapons.
I'm gonna tell you
that was on Boy Meets World when we grew up.
I'm gonna tell you, good luck believing that shit, bro. Because you saying nothing will pop off, and we've already seen our military infiltrate Afghanistan, Saudi Arabia, Libya, Syria, and you're saying we just won't do shit now because this motherfucker's acting out of his ass, and we won't do something about that guy.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
You can ask me anything.
Where are all of those places?
In the Middle East.
Do they have natural resources?
Yes, they do.
Is it any coincidence that historically, every time the European man has invaded a country for war, they had natural resources?
No, it's not a coincidence.
All right. So let me ask you this question. If these countries have natural resources, wouldn't it make sense, being that the media controls what the people understand and think, wouldn't it make sense to put out something to a group of people to say, this is why we have to invade them, but we're not really going to tell you that it's natural resources. So what I'm telling you is this. I have never seen this country go and fight outside of World War II, right? And Hitler and all of them. I have never seen this country go and fight for what's quote unquote right. Everybody that they have invaded has been based on natural resources, and they have manufactured. We talked about this last episode. They have manufactured. How can we talk about this the last episode and contradict ourselves? They have manufactured an enemy.
But there's no contradiction here. I'm not saying that.
If these countries didn't have those natural resources, would we be at war?
I get that. I've already agreed with that. What I'm saying is that doesn't have anything to do with North Korea. While historically we go to war to retreat or to retrieve the natural resources from other countries, it doesn't mean that we won't go fuck up another country just because we don't like their fucking leader.
I just told you what North Korea and America's about.
Bro, I don't care what you're telling me. I'm watching this fucking leader do shit that hasn't been done in ages. What are you talking about? He's actually doing the shit you saying he ain't gonna do.
Can I ask you a question?
Ask me a question, but you're not asking me a question, Tony. You never ask me questions. You just
Do you believe that Donald Trump is the end all be all? Or do you think that it's something else bigger behind Donald Trump?
It's always
Do you think it's something else outside of the country? Do you think it's something else bigger in this world that is keeping certain things under attack? If you believe that, then you cannot subscribe to this fucking myth of nuclear war. You can't.
Maybe the best podcast, episode 38, and we about to be out. But what I want to tell y'all and what I want to tell Antoine is, regardless, let's take it back to the simple level. Let's take it back to the street simple level, right? Okay? You got turf that I want, right? So I'll go to war with you about that turf. Because that's what everything is.
So I'm going to make it a thing. I got to invade you. And I got to have a reason to invade you.
No.
I just can't invade you.
No, but listen. The bottom line is I'm coming to take your turf away because I want it for myself. But it does not mean because that motherfucker disrespected my sister that I won't come kill him. Just because he ain't got shit that I want. He disrespected me and did it on a world level in front of everybody and made me look stupid. So I'm going to kill him. And he's probably going to try to come at me, but I'm going to kill him. Just because he ain't got your turf that I want, I'm going to kill you for your turf. I'm going to kill him on principle.
And it's all for the fame, 'cause we all want a name. How far would you go? How far would you go?
Man, I go as far as the moon. Who would assume the money and the fame will keep a nigga in tune? I dream of the days I walk through hallways, only to bless the stage. They came to see me blaze. When your mark gets set, lights coming on. Nigga acting fool when the mic coming on. Niggas is like in the riots and cities on fire. My nigga, we after the throne. Lyrical rolling stone, ready for the stage, yeah, that's my home. Teaching niggas a lesson, a blessing all in its own. Fire is getting hotter, burning is all desire. Spitting shit they admire until the day I inspire. Nights are seeming longer, I think the pressure's on ya. Niggas built like we built, they gon' fall, they don't make it stronger. Hey Lord, I'm needing to change the money, the clothes, hoes in the chains, and niggas get caught up, names get brought up, and niggas start dissing each other for fame. That shit is lame. Where I would take it, I would never know. Hell, we all want the fame, but how far will we go? Let 'em know.
Spending nights stuck in street life, looking for the big city in the spotlights. And I'm on my grind, mind on my money, and my money on my mind. And it's all for the fame.